guys, welcome back. So today's video, I had finally purchased dun 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 a Pat Mcgrath palette, the actual full size this time, and I think it might be the newest one. I'm not sure because I never bought any palettes from them, so I don't know. So if you guys want to see what I create and what my thoughts are on the palette, keep on watching. All right, so again, I don't know. This one is the Mothership X Moonlight Seduction. That is a mouthful. I do kind of like it. I like the packaging. It's kind of pretty cool, but I don't know if I like, if it really protected it. Sorry, hold on. I gotta distract my cats. So I kind of do like it. I like the packaging, meaning like the packaging's pretty cool. Like it's, you just gotta go like this to undo it. And it comes out, I guess, like this. Wow, that's actually really pretty. You can see my windows, they're up. You can see me. That's pretty. Oh, look at me. I look weird. No mocha. So I'm gonna just take it out. Oh, and there's a mirror in the back of this? Is this a mirror? I don't know. Okay, so I guess it doesn't have the names on the palette itself. So this is the name of the shadows. There's sun tints, whatever. Skin tints, I don't know. This is what it is. If I remember to go over the names while I'm doing the palette, then I'll let you know what it is. But oh, there's like a coating on here? Is there something you take this off? It feels like it. Let me see. Oh, there is. I'm pretty sure this is gonna get so dirty. You can see mocha right there. That's mocha. Pretty sure that's gonna get dirty, and I have a feeling that that's the same for here. Is it? I don't know. Well, whatever. Alright, so this is the palette. Let's open her up. Okay. Those are really pretty, like, really pretty, like the shadows. I don't know, like, what I'm gonna do. I do want to swatch this color right here because when I look at it a certain way, it looks purple and then it looks like a blue tone. Like when I look at it this way, it looks blue. So I kind of want to swatch that, and oh my goodness, that felt amazing. That is pretty. Oh, that is pretty. All right, I'm gonna try this gold. They go on definitely nice and smooth. So I have a feeling that this palette was probably worth it more than the mini, because I don't think the mini did it justice. So I do, you see how like it looks purple now, and then when you go like this, it's like a blue color. So it might have like that shadow where it's like both colors and they mix, or what, I don't know what you want to call it. Iridescent, chrome. I definitely want to try these shadows. All right, so I think I'm gonna just stay with the brown family because I have blue on and I need to do this makeup look pretty quick. I have to take both cats to the vet. I take both of them around 11 o'clock. So me trying to get this one, me trying to get that one in the carry-on is like horrendous. Like it is horrible. So I don't know how that's going to go. So I need to do this pretty quick so I can try and get her in the carry-on a few minutes before I have to go. So yeah, well, let's get into it. All right, so I think I'm just gonna prime my eyes as norm. Do this, and again I'm gonna just do one eye at a time because the last time it literally dried out so fast that I didn't even have a chance to add the colors. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do one eye at a time. And you may actually hear like traffic going around like in the background because I do have my windows open. It's actually really pretty out this morning. It's very pretty out this morning. It's very nice. It's cool. It's not so hot. So I am getting excited because usually that means when it starts to get cooler outside in the morning, that means that it's like getting closer to fall. And I can't wait. I love this season. I love the season. I hate the summer. Like, I am not a summer person at all. So, yeah. All right. So I'm going to take, I don't know what shadow I really want to use. I'm going to have to turn on my ring light. So it may get a little bit more brighter in here. I was trying to look for more of a, like, natural lighting, but it's not going to work right now because I need to be able to see these shadows. All right. So that's going to help a lot more. All right, so I think I kind of just want to go in with this shadow and go pretty much all over my lid. It's easier when you just do a shadow all over because if you can't really figure out what kind of look you're trying to do, the best way is just to do something subtle. Because if you don't know, you're going to be sitting there for a couple of times and then trying to figure out what colors you want, and that's a whole mess right now, and I can't do that. So it's so hard to grab this palette though. So I'm going to just take this shadow right here, and I'm using my JH30 brush. And I don't know how you're supposed to like use this mirror on this palette. Like, I'm not sure if I like that. So I'm going to grab my handy dandy little mirror, and I'm just going to, wow, that is very pigmented, and I thought it was going to be more of a brown tone, but I guess not. So I guess we're doing more of a fall color, a fall like look. I mean, this is kind of like a fall palette. It's not very bright and whatnot, but I have to say, like, that did get a little patchy right here. I'm finding myself having to blend out a lot more. I don't know if it's because of my concealer, but I use this method all the time with my concealer. So I don't know, like, never had other issues like that. But maybe it just took forever to, like, maybe let it dry too fast. Like, not, I may have sat on it a little bit when I put the concealer on, so it may have gotten patchier, but so I'm just blending it out enough to get all this like patchiness out. So if you just like keep blending and doing like the windshield wiper motion, you can get it a lot better. And the reason why I'm using this brush is because I do have like a wider crease. Like, I have like a wider range right here, so the bigger the brush, it's kind of like a better suited for me, especially if I'm just trying to do this as like a transition shade. I want to get it that big. I want to have this big brush. I have a lot of eyelid space, so I like to fill it up. Yeah, okay. So that looks okay. I mean, the shadow did blend out pretty well. I'm just kind of more excited to use her like shimmer shadows. Sorry, I had orange juice a couple minutes ago and they tend to like mess with my throat. I do have my coffee here. As you can tell, I'm ready for the fall. And you can still see like there was a lot of like steam. Alright, so I'm gonna just take a little bit more. I didn't put a lot on there, and I'm just going to like put some more right here. Okay, so I just blended that out a little bit more. Now I'm gonna take a brush that I can get like a little bit. No, let me not use that. Maybe I can. I just gotta clean it off. I'm gonna just take this brush. It has a little bit of stuff in it, but I'm gonna just tap in a little bit of that shadow that I was just using and come right here and fan that out, because it didn't look like the brush was actually getting in that little small area. I know I just said I have a lot of like space on my eyelids, but like once I start to fill that up, you want to get more precise, so you want to use a smaller brush to be able to get into that little corner or into that little small space. So that's why I did that. And see how it kind of like blended out more a little bit. Yeah, see? Alright, now I'm gonna just come right here real quick. As you saw, I didn't put any more product on. I'm just moving pretty much the previous shadow, like blending it out more because it's like a cleaner brush. So see how now majority of it got on this brush. All right. So that was more of a purple color. I'm not sure how I felt about like the color change, because that like changed dramatically. I thought it was going to be more of like a brown color, because if you look at it, it looks more of like like it's a pinky tone. It has like a pink undertone, but it's lighter. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's like completely, like you see how it's more bright here? Okay, anyway, so I think I might just use this shadow down here and try to get it in the outer corner. Now with the outer corner, you kind of want to go into a V. Well, it depends on your eyelid, but mine, I'd rather do like a V, and that's, let's see. See how I kind of went into a V? And there goes my cats. So I'm gonna just go like that. So I'm just gonna pat this on now. You can see how that looks. I'm gonna pat that on right now, and then I'm just going to take my previous brush that I had, and I'm just going to blend it out a little bit more up here, because I need some of that previous shadow to go on top, so it blends out a little bit better. Just the process, trust the process. Alright, so I'm gonna just pat this on right here. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna just take just poke myself in the eye. I'm gonna take this brush. I'm just blending this out more right here. No, get out of here, stupid cats. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep blending that out a little bit. Alright, so I'm just gonna go back with the other shadow that I just used here, and I'm gonna pat it right where you see that like little bit of, you can still see my concealer peeking out a little bit. That's where I'm gonna pat it on. You can see it's like going away. you see how that just went away? Now I'm gonna just take it and blend it right here. My cat literally just tried to attack something in the window and lost control and fell. So, okay, so I don't have like a smaller brush up here with me. So I'm just gonna go back in with this brush, and with that previous shadow, I'm gonna just tap it. We'll kind of blend it out up here because I feel like it's not blending. And this is going darker than what the fuck I wanted, by the way. So I'm just taking that and blending this out up here. I'm trying to make sure that it blends. Alright, so I blended out a little bit better. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this look right now, but I am going to improvise. I'm going to most likely take another, I might, you know what? I'm gonna go up just a little bit more with this darker shade, which was that color right there. I'm gonna go up just a little bit more and put it up a little bit right there. So I'm gonna just I'm going very lightly. I'm not going too hard on the shadow. Oh my god. Alright, so again, I gotta take that other brush, which I don't know what happened to it. So I can't do it. Oh, here it is. Just blend that out. Alright, okay, I got rid of the cats. They were getting on my nerves. Alright, so I kind of want to go in with this shadow, but I don't know how that's gonna look. It may work. Alright, that definitely worked. I just need my other mirror because this mirror is a piece of shit. Okay. In there a little bit more. Alright. So these shimmer shadows are amazing. I like the shimmer. I have to, I just gotta like blend that out just a little bit right here. And I have to say that when I use this shadow and like try to blend it out, it's not having that weird lining from it. Like it's like usually sometimes there's like when you do like shimmer shadows, there's like a line that like doesn't want to go away and it just forms with the shadow and you can actually like fucking see it, and that's not doing that. So that's actually what better not for the amount of money that the fucking palette is. But yeah, this is all right. Okay, so you know my deal. I'm gonna go and finish the other eye, and then I'm gonna come back, and I got two things that I want to try, which is the Milani contour, liquid contour, and it's highlighter. I'm gonna try those two. So let me go finish the rest of my eyes and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did that. Now I'm going to do this really quick because I'm going to finish my makeup off. I'm gonna just take this brush here, which is my E14 brush, and I'm just going to connect the shadow that I used on the outside right here. I'm just gonna connect that there, and then come right there. And then I'm going to take this shadow that I used up here, and I'm just going to, I'm flipping this over, and I'm just using the other side of that. And I'm putting this right here. See how that blended in? Just like that. And I am going to pretty much just leave it like this, because and then I'm gonna just take my finger, dab a little bit in my hand, and then just like that, try to tap it in there. And then just leave it just like that, because I'm not doing anything else to it. I feel like I'm done. Like I can't do this anymore. There's like this harsh line right here, so I'm gonna like try to whatever. Okay. So I gotta sit up. My back is starting to hurt because I don't have like a back thing. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with this, and I'm going to just like take it on my finger, and hopefully that would work. I'm gonna just take it on my finger because I don't know how I'm gonna like, everything's like going on my pant legs. Alright, so again, all you do is just squeeze it up. I know you probably saw that. And I'm gonna just tap a little bit there. Use my finger to blend it out. Let's put a little bit more. Just gonna tap that out. Okay. Use my finger on this side and tap that on. Okay, so that looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. It's shiny on both sides. It's like a subtle thing. So I actually do like that. That did go on very nice. Okay, so this is the end of the video. This is like the final look. Overall, I do like the palette. I do. I love the shimmers. They go on very nice. Now, I don't know if it's worth the money that you have to spend on it when you can easily go and get something like this from like Milani's line or ColourPop or any other kind of brand that is actually affordable. And I do like the palette. Like, it's very nice. I did have trouble blending in the shadows, it was kind of hard to blend out, but it does look really pretty. I ended up putting lashes on, as you can see. I thought I got like the lashes like right here, and I thought that I had got the mascara on the shadow. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm kind of like about it. I didn't like the fact that the shadows appeared lighter on here and then darker on your lids. Not a fan of when palettes do that, because then it throws off my whole look, and I hate when that happens. Oh, and as you could tell, I changed because it just, the blue wasn't going with the shadow at all. So overall, I do like the way that the shadow came out and like the look came out, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, was the money really worth it? I think if you have the money and you're like able to, you could get this palette, but if you already have these shadows in another palette, there's really no point on buying a $120 something palette. Like the one thing that I'm kind of like also about is like, if you're gonna have a mirror, like at least be able to like push it back more. This is as far as it goes. Like, I would think that if you're gonna put a mirror on, you would be able to like push it back more. And I know if I were to push it back more, it's going to break. And it's a heavy palette, so having to hold it like this and trying to like apply the shadow is kind of hard. I don't know how I feel about that. So I feel like honestly, you're paying for the packaging. I think that's pretty much where the $100 and something come from. And like, look, my hand prints are already on it. I hate when palettes do that. I have OCD, so this is gonna drive me nuts, and I have to like clean it like now before I continue to get let me see if I can clean this, because alright, so I kind of cleaned it, but like that's the one thing I don't like about it, is that like you get your fingerprints. It's like having a phone and not like not having fingerprints on it. But I don't know, like I don't know how I feel about that. So like I think that you're pretty much just paying for the brand and paying for the packaging. That's pretty much it, because I'm pretty sure this thing, just making this alone, costs a lot of money. So I feel like you're literally just paying for the palette, because you could find good quality shadows in other brands and much cheaper. But I do have to say, I do like the shimmers. They go on very nice. I think that's the only thing I really like about it, because of the fact that the shadows didn't want to blend, and I have found myself blending a lot more than with other shadows. My cat is like moaning. Give me one second. I had to let my cats in because they were making weird noises under the door. But yeah, so I could get good quality shadows in another palette and have kind of the same like outcome, but I don't know, like I do like it, but then I don't know. I'm kind of like torn between, I'm torn between them, because like I said, you can get this in other shadows, and I feel like you're just paying. I think you're just paying for the packaging. That's pretty much it. You're paying for the packaging. That's why it's that much, because you, like I said, you can get these in other palettes. I did throw on some lashes, as you can see. I put on the Better Than My Lash But Better. Those are lashes that I put on. Other than that, like I feel that's pretty much it. The Milani bronzer, liquid contour, whatever you want to call this, and the highlighter, it's okay. They're okay. I do like it. If you're just looking for like a subtle look, that's perfect. Just go and get it, because it's cheap. Like, it's good quality, but it's cheaper. So you can see my cat in the shadow. Got me distracted for a second. But my cat's on the table. Excuse me, sir. So yeah, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I was able to tell you what my thoughts are on the palette. So if you're deciding to get this palette, if you want to splurge on it, I'm just saying that if you already have these shadows in another palette, don't bother buying this. Honestly, it's $100 and something. Yeah. So if you're thinking about buying the palette, I would look in your collection first and see if you have these shadows. And if you really want to splurge on her palette, go for it. And the shimmers go on like butter. They're great. Like the whole shimmers that are in here, like these shimmers and that one, they do go on very nice. It's just the shadows, they just blend weird. Like I never had that to I never had to blend that much with my other palettes that I have, except maybe like ColourPop here and there, but like this was like really hard. Like I don't know what happened, but yeah. So this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I helped you decide whether or not you wanted to get this palette. So yeah, I will be back very soon. I did order another collection from ColourPop. It's on its way, so once that comes in, I will do a look on it. So yeah, I will be back very soon. I hope you guys have a good weekend and /week. So bye.